morning, good afternoon. You already know I'm back in studio. You know it's going to be hot and spicy. It's August 16th, and these are the breaks.
And these are the breaks. These are the breaks. You know what it is.
What's going on? It's your boy, Leaveittobeav. And you already know what it is. These are the breaks. And let's jump straight into it. It's starting to get hot. It's the NFL breakdown. All right, we got a few good announcements going on. We have Anthony Richardson. He has been announced as a starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. And I would say, hey, the kid from Florida, it's a good sign. It's necessarily a good thing, right? Rookies out there getting to it. Also, we kind of know which was a no-brainer. Bryce Young for the Carolina Panthers as well. So I'm just going to say this. Give these young folks time. And I'm using the old term that old folks usually say. Give these young folks some time. Because I was going to tell you right now, it's going to be some growing pains, right? But what I do not want to hear from society is that they stink, right? They don't stink. It's going to take some real game experience to see if the real dog is in these two starters so far. All right, let's go ahead and pivot. I've been on the fence, and a lot of people been slandering me about it, but you know I really don't give a damn. 49ers drama. All right, the 49ers necessarily are saying that Brock Purdy is going to be the starter. Now, you know I stand on this Trey Lance hill, and I'm going to continue to stand on that hill. When it comes to reps, right, I'm just talking about reps in general. Trey Lance, I still feel that he hasn't got a fair shake. Now, you can point out in practice, right? Now, let's talk about practice. Practice, right? I think Allen Iverson talked about practice before. Practice is practice. Practice is set necessarily problems. Practice is all kind of scriptured, right? Some things can't be scripted. I'm just going to be honest. Me, myself, I played collegiate football and things like that. And I'm going to tell you right now, some things that we practice, it might have shown up in game, but when you have another individual or another team moving and stuff like that around, some things you learn in practice go out the window. And you just got to use your natural instinct. Now, Trey Lance necessarily played against the Las Vegas Raiders, and he got sacked 4 times. But if you looking at his stat line, did he have some bad throws? Hell yeah, right? In cover 2, right? Punt fake. But then there was some bad protection calls as well. So I'm just going to say this. I don't want Trey Lance kicked out. I honestly think, right? And let's go ahead and look at this. The Washington Unknowns might, I know they want Caleb Williams. I know y'all tanking for Caleb Williams. But I'm going to tell you right now, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you go get Trey Lance. I'm serious, right? They got a new offensive coordinator straight from the Chiefs. You see what he did for Mahomes. And the kid needs to be developed. And I honestly think that would be a good home for Trey Lance. Right? Let's go back to the 49ers count. I'm just going to tell you right now, Brock Purdy's damn near looking like Dak interception Prescott. He's throwing interceptions. I know he's back from injury, but goddamn, are y'all trying to set the new world record for interceptions between y'all two? Y'all really, really stink, okay? Zeke, the freak, to the New England Patriots, right? You know Bill Belichick love him some hefty backs. And he got a hefty one, all right? Now, people saying that Zeke don't got it. I feel that Zeke do got it. I just feel like his time with the Cowgirls was ended. You know, Tony Pollard took his job, you know. But he's going to do okay with the Pats. The Pats is going to take care of him, and I think that he still can be a ground and pound type of running back. Delvin Cook is with the Jets, right? That kind of took me back, right? It's like they have a star, I wouldn't say a star, but they have a standout running back already, a young running back. And to bring in Cook, it's like, oh, wait, what? Right? It's going to create I wouldn't say create a hostile environment, but it's going to create an environment which is going to be a lot of competition. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, when it comes to fantasy football, hold your horses, because as these musical chairs keep happening with the certain running backs, I just feel like fantasy-wise, we're going to kind of be struggling on who the hell we're going to pick up and how we're going to move these parts. Now, this is a crazy time right now, right? I know everyone sees the movie Blindside. Michael Orr is going to court basically saying that, the family that we all thought adopted him and things like that, helped him get to the league, pay for him his time and stuff like that. He's saying all that shit is a lie. So I gotta cut watching the Blind Side. Some people used to make fun of me and call me the Blind Side because I play left tackle. And I'm sitting here like, what? So he's basically saying that the family kind of extorted money for him, forced him to sign a contract, and absorb basically all the money when it came to the Blind Side. Not the wife made money, the husband made money, and even the kids made money, right? I would say, let's say quotations, roughly about $15 million, right? Now, he's in court. He's saying all this is a lie, and he wants his money. Now, on the reverse side, the family say he's just trying to extort them for $15 million. We just gonna have to sit back and let this play out, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. As this NFL season kicks up, right? He's currently not in the league right now. A lot of people saying he just wants money. A lot of people saying it's a money grab. Hey, we're gonna let this play out. I'm usually quick to jump and say, nah, fuck that, right? Nah, we're gonna sit here and let this play out in full. All right. Now, before the NFL season gets started, I want to tell y'all, when it comes to the breaks, no team is safe. Not no team is safe. So if you a fan of a fan of a fan, just know your team is going to get these slander bars. And on some speculations, Rams versus Chargers preseason game. I want to talk about that. Both of those are the home team, right? A lot of people, you see right here, we got the Chargers right here. We have no Rams things up here. You want to know why? Because eventually we're going to get it, right? We got some bells and whistles coming from the Rams in a minute. But we got the little hats because the Chargers usually get treated like the Clippers. But we still love them, though, okay? But the Rams is, I would say this season is going to kind of be of a growing pain season a little bit. The Chargers necessarily did what the Chargers would do. But, again, we're going to have to wait to see what the Rams do. I'm actually going to be in person October 8th versus Philly. You already know how it goes when Philly's in town. I have to be there suited and booted. I'm sorry, I'm not a homer. I'm actually a Philadelphia Eagles fan through and throughout. Fly, Eagles, fly, all right? Let's go ahead and change gears. Let's go to our NBA fast break, right? We're going to hit the hee-hee, and we're going to stop right in Philadelphia, right? It's not the city of brotherly love anymore, right? Joel Embiid has been reported he has removed Philly from his location in regards to Twitter. Now, if you're thinking about that, that's kind of, I wouldn't say kind of odd, but it's kind of odd because we already know what's going on in Philly, right? Dale Murray versus James Harden. Now, James Harden basically came out and said in China that Dale Murray is a liar. He said not once. He said, hey, look at me on this camera, right? He's a liar. Now, if you forgot, right, Dale Murray has some words for China. So James Harden pulling out that Trump card in China, hey, I'm telling y'all right now, this exit interview is going to be chess, not checkers, all right? There also has been reported that James Harden is necessary is okay with not going to the Clippers. Now, I call that bullshit report. He wants to come to the Clippers. The thing is, the 76ers is not letting up on what they want. That's what it really boils down to. He's an
idiot.
Dale Murray is the idiot because when he announced that one team won him, you got a one team. Now you're trying to ask for a star and a first round pick for it. You got to remember, I argued this last time. He's on a rental, right? And the thing is, Dale, you told James that he was going to get more money. The same lie that you told, not in regards to money, but you told CP3 that he wouldn't get traded to OKC. And what happened, folks? He shipped his ass to OKC. So I think James Harden has a point. Dale Murray might actually be a liar, a habitual line stepper. But we gotta wait and see. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and pay some bills. When we come back, we're gonna jump right back into the NBA. because it's still hot in the NBA as we speak in the offseason. See y'all in a minute.
What's up, y'all? This is Lexi Brown with the LA Sparks, and you're watching Infanity TV.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Welcome back. It's your boy, Leaveittobeav, and you already know these are the breaks. Now, before we went to break, I was definitely talking about how messy the 76ers is and things like that. I just want to throw one more caveat out there. PJ Tucker, he stands with James Harden, so you already know that package deal is going to consist of James Harden and PJ Tucker. We just got to wait and see what else boils down to. Let's go ahead. Team USA alive. Now, I have been standing on this hill slandering Austin Reeves to the highest capability, basically calling him mid and Chandler Parsons mid and things like that. And I'm still going to stay on this hill because I think I slandered that man to greatness. He put up 30 points against the Spaniards, right? And if you haven't seen this movie before, it has been a movie because even Anthony Edwards jumped on board and threw up some points against the Spaniards, right? I'm just saying, shout out to in regards to that movie, right? With Adam Sandler and the boys. When if you've seen it, you've seen it. It's on Netflix. Check it out. All right. Also, too, Porzingis. It's Porzingis out of here.
Boom.
Foot troubles. He's not going to go ahead and compete in FIBA. I think he has a foot fetish. I can't. Please quote me a little bit in regards to that. But basically, what that basically means is that his foot is so irritated that it's going to be day to day. Now, he has to, rest and get ready for training camp and things like that, but it's kind of odd, right? That if Boston traded for this man and he's already hurt, right? It was the same thing with Michael Brogdon, right? We tried to get him in a trade, the Clippers did, but, injuries are kind of piling up, and that's kind of being a model for the Boston Celtics. As Laker fans will know, they just cheering as cheering can get. They don't give a damn what's going on in Boston. Next thing, NBA schedule has been released. And since the NBA schedule has been released, they also have dropped the NBA tournament. Now, I'm just going to tell you this. This tournament bracket is the dumbest shit I ever seen. We're just going to have to see how it plays out. The Clippers are necessarily playing Denver and the Pelicans and things like that in their bracket. I would say bracket or schedule. And the Lakers have Phoenix, Utah, and there's 2 more teams in there as well. 2 of the Laker games will be broadcast on TV, while the Clippers have 1 game that's going to be broadcast on TV. When it comes to this NBA schedule release, I'm just going to tell you, just buckle your seatbelt. It's going to kind of be a different NBA feel when it goes to it. Now, this NBA tournament, we could talk about it all day. We could come up with different angles of how we feel about it. I'm just going to throw this caveat out there, right? If it boils down and we have to keep this NBA tournament going, if you want to make a bang for your buck, just tell all the NBA teams, hey, whoever win this tournament gets an automatic bid to the playoffs. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be some teams really battling to lock that in. Imagine teams can book an NBA playoffs seed earlier. Shit, they're going to truck it all the way to the end, right? They could just mail that season in and get ready for the playoffs. But we're just going to go ahead and have to wait and see in regards to how that's going to go ahead and shake down. The next segment I want to go ahead and jump into, I want to give a big shout out to Jalen Hurts, and this is going to be our Breaking the Bank segment here. Jalen Hurts necessarily signed with the Jordan brand, right? Now, if you think about it, he's been rocking with Nike and Jordan and stuff like that, but I feel like this is a big move. It's kind of funny if you go down the Jordan roster, anybody that starts with the little hoop earring most likely is going to be signed to Jordan, right? We got Zion with rocking those type of earrings. Jordan rocked them. Blake Griffin, Jalen Hurts. So I feel that this is pretty dope. If you haven't checked out any sneakers or anything like that when it comes to cleats by Jordan, they're pretty dope, right? Still shout out to Nike and them Vapors, the Vapor Zooms. I think that's what they call the Zooms. We already know, the old school kids already know low top cleats. We already know what that's going through. Let's go ahead and jump into our Break It or Leave It segment. All right, fresh out the door. Sage Steele is out of ESPN after she went ahead and settled her settlement with ESPN. She said she wants to exercise her First Amendment. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sage Steele, us as consumers of sports, I'm actually glad that you're gone. You could go ahead and kick it with Jason Whitlock on Fox because half of your even when you was on there on SportsCenter, we didn't want to see you, right? The next person we're kind of aiming for is Malika Anderson. We're trying to get her out of there as well in regards to what's going on. But, Sage, it was great knowing you. It's great to see you go. And still, Sage, to this day, you still don't know what happened to that boy. Let's go ahead and switch gears now. Draymond Green, the new 2K. If you haven't seen it, there's been a clip of Jordan Poole ISOing Draymond Green. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't wait for the NBA season to see Jordan Poole versus Draymond Green. I can't wait for that matchup because if Jordan Poole drops endless buckets on Draymond, I don't want to hear a squat from you. I don't want to hear nothing else, right? You sucker punched him in. You got him traded. Draymond, you are the ultimate villain. Now, I know we share the same birthdays and stuff like that, but I'm going to tell you right now, Draymond, you are a villain. You select violence a lot like I do. I select violence a whole lot. So I hope you can back up the violence and put on for us in the city because I'm going to tell you right now, if you can't, Draymond, it's going to be a very long day for us, all right? Next thing up, Messi, the real deal. Messi has taken the Inter Miami soccer team, right? You know, he signed with them down there. He's taking them to the finals already. God damn, Messi, you wasn't here, about 2-3 months? And you already showing out? This is crazy. But shout out to them boys out there in Miami, right? Y'all are getting to it. And I want to give a big shout out as well in regards to Kentucky. Kentucky University basketball, this basketball team in general, right, is going to be the first school sponsored strictly by the Kobe brand. You know how dope that is? Right? Can you see the University of Kentucky having nothing but Kobe gear? All the little, I wouldn't say a lot of colorways because the colorways are pretty much blue and white. But they're going to have some terrific colorways when it comes time for those type of things, when it comes time for basketball and all that good stuff. I just can't wait to see how everything's going to be shaping out for Kentucky. I think it's a good look. But we're going to park it right here. When we come back, we got some hot and juicy topics that you can't miss. Go get some water. Take a break. We're going to be breaks.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss, raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Welcome back. It's your boy, Leaveittobeav, and you already know what it is. These are the breaks. Now, before we go in and jump later into our segment, the breakout segment, I just want to talk about a few things. I forgot to shout out the Hall of Famers, right? There has been some Hall of Famers that has been entered in. Dirk Nowitzki, Tony Parker, Paul Gasol, and Dwayne Wade. Now, it was very beautiful during the ceremony seeing, I'm just going to start with Dwayne Wade first, seeing Dwayne Wade have Allen Iverson necessarily speak on his behalf and introduce him into the Hall of Fame. You want to know why that's so dope? Because he explained why he wore number 3, and most people thought, he wore number 3 for certain reasons, but he really said he wore number 3, right, for Allen Iverson. That's love. I'm telling you right now, Allen Iverson had the kids going crazy. And you already know how it was when Paul Gasol got up there. He talked about Kobe and how Kobe, was very beneficial when he got traded to the Lakers and how that relationship necessarily developed. Also, too, George Popovich was actually, put into the Hall of Fame as well. And he's still an active coach, which is very dope. And that asked Pop necessarily about how it was coaching and things like that. He said, you know what? Coaching back then, like coaching Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, and Manu Ginobili, it was different, right? I'm just going to be honest. You could put foot to ass back then. Nowadays, you can't put foot to ass to a lot of players and things like that. I wouldn't say, I'm just going to say it. They're soft, right? This generation is necessarily soft. You can't put foot to ass. You can't do half of the rigmaroles that we did when we grew up as athletes, which is fine and dandy, but I feel like some things in the past should be implemented on necessarily some things in the future. And we already know Dirk Nowitzki, right? Mr. Step Back, right? The only man I can say right now put a team on his back and took out the heat, right? Remember, he took out LeBron and all them in regards to it because LeBron and them made fun of him being sick and stuff like that. I will tell you this, that group of stars being introduced into the Hall of Fame is a sight to see. I would say on fire! It's the best thing rolling in regards to that. And I just actually want to pivot and talk about a few things in regards to NFL season, right? NFL season, I'm just going to tell the fans out there, is going to be long, right? It's going to be long. And something that's really sitting here that's really irritating me a little bit is in regards to the Sunday ticket situation, right? YouTube and all this bullshit like that. I just feel like if this whole NFL movement, whatever, just put the shit on Amazon Prime. Everybody got Amazon. Let us buy NFL ticket through Amazon Prime. Fuck it. We already got membership for Amazon, dropping shit off next day. And I think Amazon would be a good location for the NFL ticket. It make it short and sweet. If I want to pay $400, just add to my goddamn credit card. Y'all taking out the little shit I be buying off the internet anyway. It will make it so much better in regards to purchasing an NFL ticket. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm lost in the sauce, y'all. I'm really frustrated. I'm lost in what the hell is going on. And I'm trying to figure it out to make sure I can take care of my needs when it comes time for NFL ticket. Now, I just want to go ahead and walk down this line, and I'm going to call it agenda. And you're probably thinking, what agenda is taking place? If you haven't seen, the agenda I'm referring to is going to stimulate from a conversation that was had with Stephen A. and Paul George on the Paul George podcast. And it kind of talks about necessarily the media versus players, and how players sometimes feel that the media is out there to get them, which sometimes is true and sometimes it's not, right? And Stephen A. kind of broke it down and broke it down as such, right? Go ahead and let's step into my laboratory. Stephen A. kind of straight up and just told people, right? I have a job to do. I'm reporting on athletes that make double and triple my earnings, right? And some athletes, I'm just going to name them. KD, LeBron James, Devin Booker, sometimes Kyrie Irving. A lot of these athletes, even football athletes, right, they get in their feelings when reporters gets down to the nitty and gritty and ask them certain questions. I'm going to tell you right now, if I ever meet y'all, I'm going to ask you why you stink. I'm going to ask you why you shot 1 for 17. Don't refer back talking about, man, I'm focusing on family. No. Fuck that. I don't want to hear about the family. I don't want to hear about the kids, because you want to know why? The family and the kids wasn't on the court while you was stinking it up and burning parlays down the street, just burning things all together, right? You stink. You stink. It was trash in Game 5. That's all we want to hear, right? But what players should stop doing is stop gaslighting or firing up on some reporters, right? It's not worthy. Now, if a reporter asks a dumb question, that's all fair game. But if we're sitting here nitpicking the current game that you went through and you're frustrated because you stink, that is on you. Eat that frustration, and we know you're going to come out next game and go ham. But it's crazy to me, right? The same reporter that's drilling you with these questions, you be quick to announce that you want him out the room, you don't want him fired or anything like that. But when it comes to Woj and Sham and shit like that, y'all don't say shit. Shams and them breaks the same goddamn news that these low-grade reporters break, but y'all don't say shit to Shams. Y'all don't say shit to Woj. Y'all ain't coming for their necks. But y'all so quick to come for these local reporters or these other reporters and things like that. Understand, going forward, it's an agenda. Everybody has a role in life, right? You've seen Clone Tyrone. Everyone has a role. And these reporters in these low cities and stuff has to do their job. We got to do our job, right? You want me to sit there and ask you, oh, how you feeling today? You want me to coddle you? Fuck that. Let's take it back to the 90s when they really used to ask questions about how bad you stink on the court. You didn't hear Magic complain about it. Magic even had to go on stage and announce that he had AIDS. And they was really attacking him in regards to that back then, because they didn't even know what AIDS was and stuff like that. So players, stand tall and strong. It's okay to be slandered, right? It's okay. I feel like players, y'all have people in your entourage that don't be true to you. That's the real agenda. It's a bunch of yes men in your group. It's not a lot of people that would tell you, like me, you're horrible. The jump shot doesn't work. KD, let's hire a barber.
Boom.
Right? Devin Booker, let's stop messing with these Kardashians. I feel like you don't have nobody in your group that's going to show you love or be honest with you. Shit, I think you should put me in your entourage. I'm going to tell you right now. If we wake up, I'm going to tell you right now, it stinks. Your jump shot stinks, and you was horrible tonight. And no, we can't get no Chick-fil-A. Hey, this has been another episode of The Breaks. In regards, my name is Leaveittobeav. Hey, catch me on Twitter at Leaveittobeav31 and on Instagram at Leaveittobeav31. And if you miss me, hold tight. I'll be live on Sundays at 5:30 at We Don't Make the Rules podcast. But other than that, we out of here. See y'all next Tuesday.